So there are two things going on in the Christian world right now that cause red flags for me because I find Christians to be some of the least trustworthy people I know. The two things are the He Gets Us ad campaign you might have seen during the Super Bowl and the revival happening on a campus in Kentucky. My suspicion comes from the fact that Christians always have an agenda behind everything they do. When you look at something like the He Gets Us campaign, you have to look at the money behind it. When looking at an ad campaign like He Gets Us, look at the money behind it, which includes the Green family that own Hobby Lobby and the DeVos family, of which Betsy was the secretary to kill education under the Donald Trump administration. Those families are Christian nationalist families, and the money to He Gets Us is tied to an organization called the Signatory, which in 2019 gave almost $70 million to the Alliance Defense Fund, which is an anti-LGBTQ plus organization that actually wrote the anti-abortion law for the state of Mississippi. $8 million from the organization went to Answers in Genesis, which built the Creation Museum that denies evolution, and $1 million to Campus Crusade for Christ. What do all of these organizations have in common? They want to capture people into the American Christian religious sect so that they can gain more power to impose Christianity into the civil code of America. And as for that revival, I have no problem with kids having day-long music worship services. But the question is, what happens after? I've seen these revivals before, and they don't change people to then go out and follow the Bible's command to love God, love your neighbor as yourself, and seek justice for the poor, the foreigner, the marginalized, and the economically disadvantaged. If I see Kentucky change to care about those things, I will then give proper due to this revival. But I've waited for revival to come, as in long church services, and I've seen how little these do to change the hard hearts of Christians. It all has an agenda of proselytizing, like those Youth for Christ or Campus Crusade meetings where they would give us cake and pizza and say, no cost to this, but there was a cost. And the cost was you had to hear a call to the gospel to join their religious sect. That was as much high pressure as somebody trying to sell a timeshare after giving you a free trip to Vegas. So I love the He Gets Us ads. They say everything I believe about Jesus, but I just don't trust the agenda behind it. Check it out. See if I'm right.